Alright, in this video we're going to talk about the very first step that we're going to do towards fixing your low back pain. You'll see in the video below this was the original part 1, but I want you to do what's in this video first and then move on to those things. Combine it all as the step 1 towards fixing your low back pain. The very first part of this, we're going to use pain as a guide. So what we're going to start with is I'm going to have you lay face down to see if we can elicit a pain response. So we're going to go face down, and what I want you to do is you're going to lift one leg, and then you're going to lift the other leg. And what you want to do is see if there's pain on either side. If there is, then what we need to do is we need to release the groin muscles on the side of the pain. That is a 3-step process. So in this case, we're going to pretend it's the left side. So what you're going to do first is you're going to feel all the way up the inside part of your leg and see if there's any tenderness. If you find areas that are tender when you poke around in there, and put a good bit of pressure to see if it actually is tender. Take a lacrosse ball and you're going to use the palm of your hand, put pressure on those spots, and massage it to work that part out. Try to spend a good couple of minutes on that spot and work your way all the way up the inside part of the leg. So that's the first part. The second part is we're going to stretch it out. Now there's 2 different components to the groin muscles. There's a component that doesn't cross the knee, that stays much higher, and then there's a component that does cross the knees. So for the component that doesn't, just doing a good old butterfly stretch, works really well to loosen that up. We want you to kind of stretch, kind of lean into it and relax, lean into it and relax. Try to do that for 2 minutes. And then we're going to change to more of a straddle stretch to get those muscles that do cross the knee. Okay? So, same thing. You want to kind of push into that stretch and relax and go back and forth for about 2 minutes. Once we get done with that, we're going to recheck the leg lift. You should be starting to have a lot less pain. If you still have some after releasing it, watch the video below on how to release the calves, and that should get even better.
Dad, you don't have every minute's time.
I'm fine, honey. So just let it keep going. So, in the second part of this, what we're going to do is we're going to do a straight leg raise, laying face up to see if it is painful. So in this position, we're raising the leg on both sides to see if that causes back pain. If it does, then on the side of the pain, I want you to see if you're also tender right along the rib cage. A lot of times that's a good indicator that then you're actually going to be really tight through your forearm. And I know you're going, how does the forearm relate to the low back? Just trust me, it's a reflex that's there. So in this case, especially if this is tender, but even if it's just the straight leg raise causes pain, I want you to feel right through the inside part of the elbow, right on the forearm. You should be able to put a lot of pressure in there and not have any pain. If you find spots with pain, get in there with your thumb and really try to massage that out. The crossball works okay on this, but not quite as well as just getting in and using your hands. So, again, 2 minutes, try to loosen that up. You can also stretch the forearms, trying to release that this way until this is not tender anymore like it was to begin with. And then you can check that straight leg raise on your back once again to see if that's getting better. So, once those are complete, we're going to add a simple exercise to this to start strengthening the outer hips. For this, we're going to use a band. And what we're going to have you do is we want that band pulling your leg forward. But we're going to have you laying on your side. I want your hips perfectly straight up and down. We don't want to be rolled back especially, but we want to make sure we're nice and straight.
Daddy, I'm sorry I can't slide in the video.
That's fine, honey. The dog can be in the video, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to put the band around the leg, And we're using the band because we're trying to target this muscle on the outside. What most people will do is they will fire their hip flexors to perform this. So to shut the hip flexor off, I'm going to have you put the band around and extend your leg first, and then you're going to do the raises. And what you want to do is try to do about 30. If 30 is easy, shoot for 50. If 50 is easy, start shooting for 100. You know, you should be able to do this nice and easy and be able to get a lot of reps, and you should feel all of the burn right in the side of your hip. Once you're done with that, that is the completion of the first part of step 1. Please watch the video below on the second part of step 1. Put all of that together. Once you get good at step 1, start watching the step 2 and step 3 videos, which are more on mobilizing the hips and the ankles. Alright, that's it for now.